Hi Pisces, welcome back to As Above So Below Healing Tarot, where you are the match, baby. My name is Tiffany, and this is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Pisceans. So, Pisces, meditating on the energies, I was hearing acknowledge your progress. So there's something that Spirit really wants you to slow down and acknowledge how far you've come, or acknowledge you taking chances and taking bold risks, because I feel like you are doing a lot of work without really um it's almost like, okay, I did that thing, now it's on to the next. I did this thing, now it's on to the next thing. They really want you to start to love your life and to notice how much you've accomplished or how much you've grown. So let's get into this, see what's going on. I have my Oracle of the Mermaids deck here. Let's see what's happening for my Pisces. All right, Spirit, please help me in delivering the most magical messages. Atlantis, rapid development, excellent, and success. This card has been coming out like crazy for us. So again, this is acknowledging your success, acknowledging your rapid development. And I think that you have made a lot of really hard choices that have gotten you out of your comfort zone. And that is what Spirit wants you to recognize, is like it almost feels like they're giving you a pat on the back and saying, good job, here's more. So keep going, keep moving with that, Pisces. We're going to get into some psychic oracle. Spirit, what else is here for my gorgeous Pisceans, my magic muses? Spirit, what's happening for my Pisces? Spirit, Pisces, you may be getting a lot of messages through music, through sound, seeing a lot of repeating numbers. I've been seeing 555 a lot. You have accelerated motion here. And I think that by you pausing at that point in time and really feeling into what the message is, Spirit's like, good job, keep doing that. We're going to give you more of this, because now you are starting to notice, you are starting to be more present in your reality, and things are going to start to rev up for you. You have heartache and loss at the bottom of the deck here. Again, I feel like a lot of you have come from leaving relationships behind, leaving hard situations behind, because you are choosing you in this life. You are choosing you now, and that has been the mission all along. That has been the lesson, is to keep choosing you. And those people who aren't going to catch up, they will fall off. And unfortunately, it's a hard lesson. I have been there multiple times, but because you are listening to Spirit, again, they keep rewarding you with, yeah, that crap happened, but look at where you are now. Look at what we can give you now. All right, you have two, wise seeing, wise action. You have the owl, and you have skull of stars, infinite possibilities. Ooh, Pisces, this feels very esoteric. This feels like you are really seeing beyond the veil. You are seeing, okay, I have to change my energy. I have to shift my thinking in order to get what I want. And I think that you are already, what you want is already here. That is the feeling that I'm getting with you, is you are already embodying what it is that you want, and it's coming to you with this infinite possibilities. Again, because you are very psychic, you are very clairvoyant, you see wise situations, you see where your energy is valued, where you can move forward in a situation, and you see where you don't. And because of that, you have so many opportunities. And the star here reminds me of the star in the tarot, and that is all about wishes being granted and you stepping into the light, stepping into your vitality, letting yourself be seen, because you deserve that, Pisces. I think that you put yourself on the back burner for too long, and now this era is about you. So let's get into the tarot and see what's happening for my lovely Pisces. Spirit. Ooh, okay, that was fast. That's a lot. But the Ten of Pentacles came out. Love it. Yes, investment energy. All right, Spirit. Where is Pisces headed in this next direction? The Fool. Yes, Pisces, you are in a new era. You have really upgraded to your new timeline. So I think that a lot of the past situations have fallen away, have crumbled. But now you are in a timeline of infinite possibilities, of really opening the door to your greatness, to your magnificence. And I think that I see a hand just like reaching. So I think that you are reaching for growth. You are reaching for opportunities, and you're not alone is what I keep hearing. You know, you have a lot of support behind you, your team behind you. Spirit, one wanted to flip. King of Pentacles, daddy energy. Ooh, I love this. Okay. You're focusing on your money, honey. When you are getting in the driver's seat, you are focused on career, finances. Your foundation is good. Your foundation is stable. This is somebody who has gone from the Page to the Knight and moving up into king status. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. So I think a lot of you have learned lessons around your structure, around your stability, around discipline, which is something that Pisces doesn't really want to deal with. But in order to ground your ideas, in order to ground your reality, you had to go through this. You had to have a structured plan, and you had to stick to the plan. Okay. A lot of yellow here. So a lot of solar plexus energy, a lot of confidence. You have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Perhaps something happened in eclipse season. King of Wands. Woo! You have two masculine figures on the table here. Oh, and you have the Four of Wands. I love this. Okay. So Pisces, I'm getting two different time stories here. So some of you may have walked away from a committed relationship, from a committed person, but it feels like this person may have been too practical, like too grounded, and you need passion, you need joy, you need spark. And that's exactly where you're heading to, because you have the King of Wands here. Whether this person is already here or not, but I feel like you are wanting more passion. You're wanting more love in your life, because this can feel heavy. This King of Pentacles, if all they are focused on is money, on, the routine, the day-to-day, like, yes, those things are good, but if there's so much like rigidity, it gets imbalanced. And I feel like that's where you were. And now you are like, no, I can't live in that. It's too confining. And I am moving towards this King of Wands. So this is CEO energy. This is, whether this is career or, personal, put it where it goes. But you really are walking towards this King of Wands. So, and then you have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So some of you may be celebrating, some of you maybe get married, but you have come from one thing that was familiar and structured and moving into a new timeline filled with more excitement is really what I'm hearing. I want to get more info on this King of Wands. Spirit, who is this King of Wands? This is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. What is this King of Wands? Ooh, the Empress with the Nine of Swords in reversed. Okay. So I feel like you are walking into your Empress era. You are walking into situations that are going to leave you feeling radiant. And I feel like maybe some of you have found somebody who really allows you to be in your feminine, who allows you to receive, who isn't going to stab you in the back. You have the Seven of Swords underneath that too. So I feel like you're also healing from betrayal wounds is what I'm getting. And I feel like this person or this situation is really going to help you heal, because with the Empress, this is all about sitting in your power, knowing your worth, and allowing yourself to rest, to receive, to heal. And that is the era that you're walking into. And I also get big workout energy with the King of Wands. So, this is also could be you focusing on your physical body, working out, really, changing your diet, drinking more water. But this is going to really shift your mindset in a big way, because these two cards came out in reversed. So this is releasing the betrayal wounds, releasing the anxiety around trusting people. Okay. Whoa. Like that. Okay. All right. So let's get. I want to get some of these. My connected and free. Spirit, what advice is here for Pisces from a Magic Muse healer? I love this. So you could be a healer. A lot of you can do Reiki, tarot, mediumship. You're tapping into your healing gifts, and I think that you are also healing yourself while also knowing that you can help to heal others. A lot of you are becoming more sensitive in your gifts. Because the more that you walk away and you release old mindsets, the higher your frequency becomes. So I think by getting out of specific dynamics, specific relationships, healing things from the past, you are really opening up that heart chakra. You are expanding your heart. You are expanding your horizons after a hard period of betrayal, of, people stabbing you in the back, whatever this is, but you're no longer giving energy to those circumstances. You're like, okay, I am now on the other side of that, and my responsibility to heal myself is my own. So I'm taking the power and I'm putting it back in my hands, and I want to live a life full of love, of peace, of joy, of passion and harmony. And I think that you're really building your foundation, your relationships, you're building everything on that. And you now have a brand new timeline, and you are really shifting your consciousness on a big level, and you now have choices, you now have opportunities that you didn't before, because you chose yourself, because you chose your heart, and now Spirit wants to give more of that to you. I love this. This is so nice. Oh. And Pisces, I also get, like, maybe you didn't see that while it was happening. You were very much like, why is this happening? Why does this continue to happen? You may have had relationships that were in a similar vein of you having to sacrifice your worth or sacrifice your happiness, but no more. You're not in that anymore, Pisces. All right, Spirit, what last advice is here? Allow. Empress energy. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up. I love this. Yes. Yep. Stay open, stay clear. You have pivot at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So it's okay to pivot. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to open yourself up and expand, Pisces, because this is your era. This is your bad bitch era. So move into it with confidence and know that you have powers. You have psychic powers. So if you want to use them, now's the time. But thank you guys for being here. And if you would like a personal reading, hypnotherapy, Reiki, I also make candles, sprays, all of that stuff. Link for that is in the description box below. And if you are in the Charleston, Somerville area, I can take in-person services too. So, but thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Blessed be. Remember, you are the